Carolina won the toss and deferred, so one of the hottest teams and the hottest offenses in the NFL will start on the field. Ronnie Rivers, big alley, and it's got to be the kicker Fitzgerald to push him out of bounds near midfield. Not what you wanted to see if you're the Panthers. The Rams are in great shape.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the kicking team, number 48. That 15-yard penalty will be added to the dead ball spot. First down.
It's been 10 weeks since his last pick. He starts his first drive from the 35-plus, and it gets batted down near the line of scrimmage by A'Shawn Robinson, his former Super Bowl champion teammate with the Rams. They use a ton of motion, about as much as any team in the league. Stafford over the middle. He's got Puka Nacua, the most targeted receiver in the NFL, fights for a few more yards and a first down. He'll try to get going here with Kyren Williams, and he pushes ahead for a few.
That's why that front, 4-5 is really going to have to step up today.
Stafford off the fake, dumps it off. It's the tight end Colby Parkinson with a convoy of blockers, and he sets up first down and goal. Technically could get a first down right near the goal line. There's another screen. Nice grab by Nacua up top, and he works his way down to about the 4. Red zone and inside the 10. Adams, touchdown. Just like that, great field position and about as easy of a drive to open a game as Matthew Stafford has had.
They just make it look too easy. They get Davante Adams in this tight alignment, and a lot of times if he's pressed, he might run a fade. In this case, he gets this off and outside technique right here, and he's just going to slide right inside. It's an RPO.
A league-leading 13th touchdown reception for Davante Adams in his first year with the Rams. And Matthew Stafford, Harrison Mevis takes over full-time as the thicker kicker for the Rams. Trevor Etienne, the rookie, with the return. And a decent one as he gets near the 30-yard line, grabbed by Troy Reeder. Go toe-to-toe with one of the better offenses in the NFL and come away with an upset win. And they're going to need this guy, who had a huge game in that Dallas contest. But Rico Dowdle gets bottled up, and big Puna Ford along with Omar Spates.
You really set the foundation and create some opportunities on the perimeter for some of these big receivers.
There's Dowdle going to crunch himself ahead into Nate Landman. Four-man pressure. Young with a nice throw to the sideline, and it's a first down for Jalen Coker, who's done a nice job since coming back from the injury.
Safeties in force. He's also a big target in the passing game.
Now it's Chuba Hubbard. So let's see if both Dowdle and Hubbard can get into a rhythm in the run game.
Here we go.
From plus territory on second down, it's Dowdle. And lunges ahead with Byron Young on the tackle. And it'll bring up third down. They'll stick with the ground game, and Hubbard bursts through for a first down inside the 40. Sixth run out of 7 plays, and Hubbard will punch ahead into Spates for a couple.
Here you go.
Extra body for the Rams. Young on a little slant off target with Coker. Panthers have been bottom quarter of the league in third down conversions. Done it twice on this drive. Trying to do it again with Hubbard. Big hole. There he goes. Big play. Chuba Hubbard touchdown. Panthers answer.
So they caught the Rams here just with a lot of interior defenders trying to disguise some sort of a pressure. You send the tight end in motion. What that does...
Fitzgerald will tie the game. The question we ask, can they go toe-to-toe with a really good offense again? Scored on their opening drive. Panthers have scored 5 opening drive touchdowns and 8 scores this year in 13 games. Ronnie Rivers had a good return last time, and he bounces off tacklers and takes it past the 30 after what they've done the last month and a half. Here's Kyren Williams. Good speed and a first down. Excellent job by Blake Corum, I should say. Even with how good their pass game.
You kind of lose them back there sometimes. Tough for a defender.
Fake it to him this time. Stafford patting the feet over the middle. Davante Adams trying to separate. All the way down inside the 25 of Carolina. The Rams offense is moving easily so far today. 32 yards.
Yeah, you know, with Stafford and the Rams' ability to get under center and run the football, it just sets up this play action so well. And obviously you get some of these big targets across the middle. This is something Davante Adams has been doing forever. And of course, Stafford's ability just to layer the...
Stafford wheels that screen. Here's Nakua. And into the red zone go the Rams. It'll be second down coming up. Carolina's in its base defense right now. Here's one play for Corum. And he's got the first down.
And you still can't stop it.
There's the fake. Looking in Adams' direction. He got covered up, so right back underneath to Xavier Smith, who missed the game last week with a concussion against Tampa Bay. This is 2nd and 6. Play action fake. Stafford rolls. Stafford throws. A little bit of a dangerous pass. Nakua was trying to hold on. It's incomplete. And get a first down at the 2. Stafford batted in the air. It's picked off into the hands of the former LA Ram, Nick Scott. And there's the first interception in 10 weeks for Matthew Stafford. It was deflected by Derrick Brown. Panthers had 3 first-half interceptions against Brock Purdy last week. Brown off the head and into the hands of Stafford's former teammates. And from the 20 is where Bryce Young and the Panthers take over, and a little shovel up ahead for one of their tight ends. Ends up being Mitchell Evans, the rookie out of Notre Dame. Big paw of Derrick Brown leads to the Scott interception. After the pickup of 7 for Evans, they go right back to the ground game. Dowdle gets tripped up by Tank McCullough. Empty set on 3rd and 3. Long pass, and it's through the hands of Tommy Tremble. Similar to what we saw on Monday night. They had those 3 interceptions. They only had 3 points in the first half off those giveaways. So Sam Martin punts it away, and it's a fair catch. The Rams take over at their own 28-yard line. And they start with a run for Kyren Williams. A good one on first down. In the NFC West under action today. Couple of runs. Nice spin move by Kyren Williams for a first down. Excellent college career. All-American at Notre Dame. Has been excellent 3 years in the league. Deep drop. Stafford wants something downfield. Takes a shot, and it's incomplete. Terrence Ferguson with great effort. 4-man rush. Stafford into a tight window to Nakua. Picked off by Mike Jackson. And Jackson gets the block to take it home.
Yeah, pretty common route combination. Something the Rams do all the time.
There is no foul for a blindside block. It's a touchdown.
Mike Jackson just sits all over that. Unfortunately, Matt Stafford leaves it just a little bit behind Puka Nakua, and that's all it takes. Great job jumping in. Look, unfortunately, sometimes the touchdowns come in bunches, and then the interceptions come in bunches.
48-yard return. And Fitzgerald makes it a 14-7 game. A game that they would eventually win 17-3. Rivers has had a few good returns already. And he'll get back to the 30-yard line, but a flag is thrown on the play.
Legal formation on a kicking team, number 33 left early. 5 yards will be added to the dead ball spot. First down, Los Angeles.
That's the former Ram Robert Rochelle. So an extra 5 for Stafford. Pressure coming from Carolina. That gets picked up nicely, and that opens up Xavier Smith with speed and a spin and a first down all the way down inside the Carolina 40.
When you're a veteran quarterback, you're like, hey, coach, my bad. Let's keep throwing this thing. I'm going to get back on track. A little bit of a coverage miscommunication there, which opened up the big play opportunity. But look, this is something I think they're going to be able to do all day. They just need to stay patient. Hey, recognize, look, let's get back on track.
So they'll run the ball out of that formation, and what a nifty move by Corum, and another spin off a tackle. That was the formula coming in. They executed it for a quarter. Here comes Corum. Nice cut back by Blake Corum. Maybe a little angry after the Michigan loss yesterday. Swinging out. Here's one of the tight ends in Parkinson, who's been hot as of late. Stafford rolling, slinging, end zone, and it's off target for Ferguson. Stafford, little screen play. Here comes Davis Allen, and he gets upended by Nick Scott. Adams near side now. Stafford rolling to his right. Plants and throws back of the end zone, right on cue. Davante Adams in the red zone.
Really good job by Stafford just extending this play. But watch Davante Adams. He's going to run this deep in route. When it's not there, you're taught to retrace. So feels the quarterback in trouble. You retrace along the back line, kind of use the momentum of the corner against him. And that's just then that me to you. Stafford as good as anybody.
14 touchdown receptions to lead the NFL for Davante Adams. Mevis adds the extra point. 28th career game with multiple touchdowns. He's had 4 of those games in the last 6. Returned by Trevor Etienne, and he's not going to make the 30. Good coverage by the Rams. Bryce Young and company from the 26. They'll start with Chuba Hubbard. And he muscles ahead. Spates is there for the stop after gains 3.
So they've got so many guys incorporated into this defense.
Right back to Hubbard. Nice burst. And he lunges ahead for the first down. Stick with Hubbard. Gets to the edge. And a nice run on first down. Running into Nate Landman.
But yeah, he's the guy that makes a lot of things happen on that defense.
Oh, Young faked the pitch to Hubbard. He's got all the room in the world to run. Bryce Young gets a block and takes it down to the 35-yard line. "24 yards to the left side, wide open."
Look, this is what makes Bryce Young really unique. His ability to make plays outside the pocket, and he really just makes it look effortless. Obviously, they've been running the ball effectively.
His longest run of the season at 24 yards, in fact. Young pumps, Young throws, it's McMillan. Oh, he could not hold on, and a tough, crunching hit from Emmanuel Forbes. Looked like the contact from Forbes was not forcible. That was clean, so rightfully no penalty called on the play. Little screen, Mitchell Evans, the rookie. Young to his left, throws underneath. This is a tough play, and Tommy Tremble's not going to make it. Excellent job by Byron Young. Here we go. Big fourth down. It's Dowdle with Tremble throwing the block this time, and Dowdle, who had been limited to 1 yard per carry on his first 4 tries, picks up 6 to keep the Carolina offense on the field.
Yeah.
Converting well above league average, 2 out of every 3 this year. Here's Hubbard with the cutback. And he gets north and south. We'll check the penalty marker thrown in the middle of the field.
Holding. Offense number 84. That's a 10-yard penalty.
Our camera crew is right on top of it on Mitchell Evans. It's Jimmy Horn Jr. in motion. They give it to Hubbard. And inside the 25. So we hit the halfway point of the second quarter. On second and long. Oh, they throw it underneath for Hubbard. Trying to make up some ground. Forbes was there with Landman. And third down and long coming up. They got Sanders at 6'4" on the top side, too, out of a tight end formation. Young looking at those big receivers, avoiding the pressure, got away from Fisk, and he'll be shoved out of bounds by Byron Young. That easily could have been a loss of yardage. You take a 5-yard loss, it's still a makeable field goal for Fitzgerald. But this from 33 gives the Panthers the lead. This is the type of game management that Bryce Young is starting to get a little better at.
That was key. This is only the 5th possession for the Rams in this first half.
Oh, that landed in the landing zone. You've got to return that one or at least take the knee. So that one's going to have to go out to the 20-yard line. Matthew Stafford from the 20. It'll be a handoff for Kyren Williams. And a good run on first down. They've got some good ones on first down already. That one's for 6.
Able to manipulate throws. His accuracy, his consistency, the power that he generates. It's really amazing.
Penalty marker thrown on this play. might be against the Carolina defense.
Offside. Defense number 99 lined up in the neutral zone. That's a 5-yard penalty. First down.
Turk Wharton, who you saw, he drops back off the play action fake. Up and downfield, and he's going to toss it away. It's up and down in 10. Stafford takes a shot for Smith with speed. He's got him. Big play, Xavier Smith takes it for a 51-yard catch, the longest by far of his NFL career.
Yeah, look, Stafford, as good a deep ball thrower as there is, but look at the other two receivers that are the intermediate routes. It's Puka Nacua, it's Davante Adams. They're receivers right around the first down markers, and it opens up that big play.
Just like that, they're in the red zone with a run play for Williams, who takes a shot. Still 3 timeouts apiece, plus the 2-minute warning to come. Here is Williams, good run again, and he takes a crunching ransom hit, but has a first down to the 7-yard line. First and goal for Los Angeles, and it is Williams with the cut, and he takes it down near the 3-yard line. Against Jackson, it's a run play. It is Corum fighting for the end zone. We'll check the penalty flag, but what a second effort by Blake Corum.
Offside. Defense number 11 lined up in the neutral zone. That foul is declined. Touchdown.
First touchdown for Blake Corum since week 2. It's the second of his NFL career, and he powered it home.
Look, this was all Blake Corum. You know, he gets met at the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Panthers.
Offside. Defense number 11 lined up in the neutral zone. That foul is declined. Touchdown.
Mevis remains perfect in his 4 NFL games with the Rams.
And yet still have the ability to cover guys like Davante Adams, who's been such a red zone threat, and then holding the field goals.
ETN across the 30-yard line, so the Panthers still have all 3 of their timeouts. And the 34, Bryce Young. Handoff, Rico Dowdle. Hasn't really gotten going that much. That is the 6th carry of the day. Interesting that neither team called a timeout after that first down play. Now it's Dowdle. There's his best run of the day. And into Rams territory. And now things become interesting with the clock management. That was the word you used at the top, Drew. Urgency for Bryce Young. On the rollout. They kind of waving Leggett around, and I thought he had the play there. I thought he and Leggett were on the same page. 4-man rush. Young trying to climb the pocket. He's going to have to take the sack. And now one of these coaches might want to use a timeout. Might be the Rams that take it. And indeed, Sean McVay will take his first.
Yeah, look.
They got to get all the way down to the 38 in Rams territory for a first down. Right now, maybe just trying to get into field goal range. Donald's got a long way to go. He's not going to get close. And now the Rams can use another timeout and potentially get the ball down the field. Xavier Smith, who's made a big play in this first half on offense, back to return. Booms that one, and it will be caught by the Panthers inside the 10. So nice job by Bryson Tremaine to get down there. That's exactly what you want.
If nothing else, just throw the ball away and give yourself an opportunity to hopefully get in field goal range, get some points and momentum. But now all of a sudden you feel like all that momentum is on the Rams side.
91 rushing yards for Carolina that first half. 79 for LA. It'll be ETN on the return. And he's going to get sandwiched and stopped shy of the 30-yard line. See a run play to start this second half with Dowdle into Spates for a few. I imagine if the weather stays this way, you'll probably see a heavy dose of Dowdle and Hubbard. Turner on the stop, 4 more yards there. It is Hubbard trying to navigate. He's going to get stopped and keep on churning. This may depend on the spot. So it's Dowdle lunging ahead behind this offensive line of Carolina, which has been in flux all season long.
This defensive front, which is a lot of nickel and dime defense.
Dowdle, nice play inside by Braden Fisk. Grabbing Dowdle before he could get much further, and it's going to be third down. The Rams look geared up to try to bring an extra body. They do. Young throws. Tight window. It's caught by Coker. Apparently he wasn't touched down by Durant a few yards earlier. He takes it down to the 40 on a 16-yard third down and medium gain.
Look, I like how decisive this throw was. Bryce rocks back, man, sits on that back foot and fires it in there. And look, Coker is one of these guys that I really think can be a threat in this game.
It's their second longest pass play of the day. Back to the toss and Dowdle. And some shifty maneuvering to take it for about 5 or so. Dowdle again. Nothing there that time. That was Tyler Davis. We get McMillan. They try to spread it out and open it up inside for Hubbard. Braden Fisk said absolutely not. Another big play by Fisk.
And you got this double-A pressure look here.
Trying to plug that up. So one-on-one opportunity. It's caught by Coker for the touchdown. His first of the year. A fourth down, go for it. And the Panthers take the lead.
And we said it early part of the broadcast, like this is the matchup that you're going to like all game long. Coker is a big target going up against Forbes, who's played really, really well for the Rams. But, man, you just get one.
With these weird conditions, Fitzgerald will make it a 3-point game. 3 big play touchdowns.
The opportunities when they are there, and that's why they have the lead right now.
Rivers has had a nice day on the return game from the 5. This time he won't make the 30. And here come the Rams, down by 3. From the 28. And indeed, it is Kyren Williams trying to sneak through. He's marked down after a gain of about 4.
Urgency with what Carolina needed to do today.
Deep drop Stafford. Watch out, it's Ransom, the rookie, with the first sack of his career.
Stafford has seen virtually zero pressure on any of these pass plays, especially under center. But they just simply bring a Mike linebacker and the nickel safety. And he comes uncovered and makes a play. That's what you need in a game like this. Now you force him into a 3rd and long.
Stafford down the field for Adams and incomplete. He had Mike Jackson in coverage.
To get deflections, get interceptions. They've got a good formula so far.
50-plus yard punt, nicely done by Ethan Evans, who's been one of the best in the game this year. Here comes ETN, and McCullough is going to help run him out of bounds. Excellent return. We do have a flag, a couple of them, back around the 35-yard line. So let's see if this comes back or not. It's a great punt by Evans.
During the return, holding number 48 of the receiving team. That's a 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. First down. Timeout.
Another Incoon penalty negates a 34-yard punt return. Maybe a run play for Chuba Hubbard. And he gets tripped up by Jared Verse. And once again, it's a Hubbard run. Good second effort by Hubbard, but only about a yard and a half on the play. See if he looks at another one of those big targets or gives it to Hubbard, which he does. Nice punt up the field by Chuba Hubbard to pick up that first down. Make it 12. And it's another good one. Falling forward for maybe another yard or two, Chuba Hubbard on first down. On second down. So now Young is going to try to go through the air. He'll throw it to Evans near the sticks, puts his head down, and has the first down. Screen pass against some pressure that time, and here comes the get. Great job in space by Cameron Kinchins as he makes the stop. From shot position, they'll run it on second down, and Hubbard knifing his way through defenders and churning to get to the sticks. '30th run of the day for Carolina, and it's a good one on first down for Hubbard for 9. They both carried it 14 times. Hubbard's had the better of it so far, and he moves the chains yet again. Another rushing first down for the Panthers. And that clock continues to churn. Get the snap off and give it to Rico Dowdle. A decent run on first down. They've had the ball for more than 13 of the 15 minutes in this third quarter, which comes to a close in rainy Charlotte, North Carolina. Hubbard to the edge. And moves forward. Flag is thrown. In fact, 3 of them come flying in.
Holding. Offense number 0. That's a 10-yard penalty. Second down.
On second and long. Young trying to step up. He gets hit by Braden Fisk first. His second sack of the season, and it's a big one. Still third down and long now for Carolina.
Look, if I'm in Bryce Young's ear, I'm saying, hey, whatever you do, do not take a sack. Even.
Young stepping up, moving to his left. Gonna launch it downfield and incomplete. So this is a very tough ask for any field goal kicker.
When you're on the fringe and you know it can't happen, don't let it happen. Rams
declined the penalties, so a little less room for Sam Martin to try to navigate this punt, but he does it to the 11-yard line for Smith. We'll be sitting on in our hotel room watching that next Saturday. Here come the Rams, down by 3, and Blake Corum, Big Ten back, gets a Big Ten block, and Blake Corum with a big run. Jordan Whittington was punching the ground at the end of that play because he was so jacked up after the block to spring Corum for 34 yards.
Yeah, Jordan Whittington is a lot of he's their movement to all this time of possession the Carolina offense has had.
Stafford's been champing at the bit on the sideline. Now back to the ground game. And another strong run for Corum of 5. The second-year man out of Michigan. He goes to the sideline, and it's Kyren Williams with a nifty cutback and a first down inside the 40.
Yeah, the Rams are really trying to reestablish their run. They had a great flow and rhythm going in the first half. And it's just a combination of these 2 backs and this line. Like, these 2 guards can really get these defensive linemen moving off the ball. They've done it all game.
Trying to give the Panthers defense a taste of its own medicine. And now off the fake, little leaping attempt by Parkinson. Not much there as Trevin Wallace. Stafford floats it. Nakua's the target! Oh! Puka Nacua! Absolutely ridiculous to set up first down and goal.
And just playmakers making plays. And look, Mike Jackson is in a perfect position here. He doesn't bite on the double move. I mean, this is textbook as far as the technique that you would teach the corner. But you can't teach that.
Unreal from Puka Nacua. He got up after that and added 4 more yards to what is one of the best catches you will see. First and goal. Run play. Bang it away. Touchdown Rams. Williams puts it in to take the lead.
Yeah, the Rams offense just said enough of this. Get back to pounding the football. Combination of Corum breaks off the 40-yarder to start this drive, and then Kyren Williams to finish it off.
What a sequence. That looked like the offense that has taken over the NFL the last month and a half on that drive.
That's what playmakers do, and I think that's just become commonplace for a guy like that.
Those 2 have been huge today. Christina Pink and Ab.
Yeah, this Rams team has quite the wide receiver room.
Run game and pass game, especially what Nakua is known for, is blocking in the run game. Now the Panthers look to respond. It's Dowdle and nothing there as he bangs right into Jared Verse. Byron Young is back out there for the Rams, who have 5 defensive backs in this set. Young nearly saw some pressure. Got it to Dowdle, who makes a man miss in forms, makes Kitchens miss, and gets a first down. Dowdle along the edges that time.
Yeah, that's just discipline by Bryce Young, going through his progression. 1, 2, 3, not open, get it to your back. In space, and look, that's the benefit of having backs like this.
Here is Dowdle. And a nice job by Byron Young back on the field. Just kind of pushes him back over. Trying to get a read on the defense. It's ETN, not Hubbard, beg your pardon, one of the two backs. ETN makes the grab. Just the third of his NFL career for the rookie. League average on third down is 39%. Panthers are 50 today. They're going to keep it on the ground. Again, kind of gives you a sense that they're willing to go for it on fourth down here. 2 for 2 today is Carolina. On this crucial fourth down, Young, McMillan, got it! Touchdown! Panthers lead!
I'll tell you what, this was clutch by Bryce Young. And really good job up front of giving him protection. But Bryce is making his way through the progression. And just the way that he layered this ball up over the top. Coverage. But he just kind of went to undercut it. The ball went over the top. And McMillan, who does not have a catch today, to that Rams drive to put the Panthers back on top here in the fourth quarter.
2 ties, 5 lead changes in this contest today. Rivers won't make it to the 30. They'll set up at the 28-yard line. Rams have it at their own 28. Stafford slings it out. Nakua in the screen game. And a tough man to challenge in space. Been a day of big plays on both sides. Both teams averaging better than 8 per play. League average is 5.5. Nice rollout, nice connection. It's Parkinson putting the shoulder down into Nick Scott. And a first down to the 46. Seattle Seahawk, who was with Dave Canales when Canales was an assistant for Pete Carroll. Deep drop, wants a deep route. Stafford instead will take the check down, and it's dropped. A rare one from Nakua. Second down for Stafford. Now floats one for Adams, wide open inside the 40-yard line. Steps out at the 39. It's a gain of 18 as we step inside of 5 minutes to play. Now the clock rules change as well. Fresh set it down. Stafford. Out route, a little deep. Out of bounds for everybody. Second down. They're at the interesting point of the fourth quarter, just inside of 5 minutes with a lot of timeouts and the 2-minute warning still to come. Here is the run game on display. It is Kyren Williams running into Chris Barnes.
A lot of communication on defense. You wonder if they're trying to orchestrate the pressure.
They do. Stafford throws to Nakua, and he holds on and gets away for a first down. And a nice run as Williams takes a hard hit from Ransom as he's shown off a couple of highlight reel tackles today. Rams will continue to do it here, at least attempt to. That's a great play by Nick Scott that time.
Pressure look by the Panthers up front.
And some movement beforehand. There was a whistle. The clock was winding down. Back judge says delay of game.
Prior to the ball being snapped, delay a game on the offense.
Four-man rush. Stafford gets brought down. That ball came out. Derrick Brown the hit, and DJ won him the ball. Flags come flying in at the end of the play, and Stafford clubs it up with 2:25 left. Still a long 2.5 minutes to play in this one. Here's Dowdle. They're trying to churn the clock away. This could take them down to the 2-minute warning unless McVay wants to use one here. On 2nd and 6. It will be a trip up play by Cam Curl, knocking Dowdle down. So now will McVay use that last one? Young, shot for the win. It is held on to by Coker. Bryce Young, big-bodied receiver Jalen Coker. 2-minute warning in Charlotte. They'll take 3 knees and come away with their second victory.
He's their big target. And, man, he came up with some huge plays today. But honestly, I can't say enough about Dave Canales and just the job he did. Gutsy play calling. They've got as good a chance as anybody now.
Dave Canales was asked this week, how do you bounce back after a loss on the road at San Francisco? short week coming in, and now playing with opportunity and possibility. Small lead on Arizona in the final 2 minutes, so the Bucs can still hold on to first place with a victory today. But remember, those two teams are going to square off 3 times.
They're going to meet twice. Yeah, they're going to meet twice down the stretch here, so it's wide open.